We have done plenty of other videos on horror games, but there are always more releasing. Whether they be AAA or an indie game, there are plenty of great horror games to play. Horror games can be hit or miss, so our main goal with this video is to show you all the games that are worth playing. All the games in this list are free and don't cost anything to play. So here are the top 10 scariest free horror games you can play right now on Steam. Gravewood High takes a lot of inspiration from Hello Neighbor, and it does a decent job at replicating what that game did. You're in a high school, and it's up to you to escape either by yourself or with up to 5 other friends. Keep in mind that the whole game isn't free though. You can play about half the game for free, and if you enjoy it, then you can pay for the last couple chapters. There is a story mode that you can play through, and the game also has an insanely good AI. The teacher that is after you adapts to your movements, and it makes the game a bit scarier than normal horror games. The environments are actually destructible and are well thought out. If you enjoy games like Hello Neighbor, then you will really enjoy this game. Just keep in mind that you'll need to buy the last couple chapters if you enjoy the game. SCP Observer is a cool spin on the SCP experience. If you've ever played games like SCP Secret Lab or Containment Breach, you'll be familiar with the camera SCP. This game takes inspiration from that by having you play as a maintenance engineer that is stuck in the security room. You will watch the cameras and try to help out the people in the facility. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's, but SCP. It's actually a pretty difficult game, especially when you get farther into it. There are also 9 SCPs you'll need to watch out and make sure that you are not killed by. You will also need to manage power and watch different doors to make sure everything is okay. If you enjoy games like Five Nights at Freddy's and SCP, then you will really enjoy this one. Traffic is a psychological horror game that has you exploring the mind of a kid who is dealing with the stresses of his home. It is a fictional story about a child who perceives his life as something of a horror game. It's actually pretty creepy if you really think about what the game is. You play as a single child in a family of 3, along with your mother and father. Experience the gut-wrenching, tension, and horrifying story of Traffic as you make your way through the days, doing whatever you can to take your mind off the traumatic events that are occurring. Piece the story together as you notice tiny details within the dialogue and environments. If you like psychological horror games, then you will really enjoy this one, especially with its very unique graphic design. Frostbitten takes you into the depths of a national park's snow-ridden forest, a place notorious for consuming those who enter. Through the eyes of the park ranger in the survival horror experience, discover dark secrets that lie beyond the clearing. You're ending the day at your assigned post when you receive a call from the chief ranger. A colleague and a friend who is stationed in a nearby sector has failed to report back for a day or so. You are requested to investigate his whereabouts only to find his ranger station in disarray, with no one left in sight. You then venture into the snow-ridden forest, dread setting in as you realize something's amiss. It's one of those games that doesn't seem too scary, but the eerie atmosphere of the game make it really unique and interesting. If you like first-person horror games like Firewatch, then go check this one out for yourself. Lure is a short horror game that's in the graphic style of the PS1. It's a game about an old man trying to fish at a Shinto shrine in Japan. It is a really short but cool game that is totally worth a playthrough. The gameplay is pretty simple and is basically a walking simulator. There really isn't much else we can talk about the game to not spoil anything, so go check it out for yourself. Colony Sephia is a short experimental top-down 2D action adventure through space with cosmic horror inspirations. As a captain of a refurbished exploration vessel, you won't have many weapons at your disposal. You'll have to find your way through the maze of jump gates to Colony Sephia using only your light and your engine. Collect the map information to plan a route for future vessels to the nascent colony. It has a very creepy vibe to it and is best experienced with a controller. You can explore a really big open space with your ship and enjoy the creepy ride. If you enjoy games that have you exploring space, then you will really enjoy this one. Cursed is a scary atmospheric walking simulator game where you'll need to watch your back and solve a mystery. You enter on a mission to find the Book of Cursed Souls, but quickly find out there's more to it than just being an interesting read. You must explore this forgotten place to find items to perform the ritual needed to save your life. It is a shorter experience, but is definitely worth a playthrough if you enjoy creepy games. The farther you go into the game, the harder it gets, and you need to make sure to not stay in a single place for long periods of time. Horror games are the best when they let you experience the scares without the game throwing 1,000 jump scares at you as well. In Psychopomp, your entire life has been a lie. There are catacombs under every home and building, stretching down for miles. Something calls you deeper into the labyrinth, and you delve into the depths and discover monstrosities below. It is a short psychological horror dungeon crawler. Something is wrong with the world, everything is not as you remember. You don't know why, but everything draws you to the earth, to the tunnels below. Do the answers await you there, or is something far worse in store? It is definitely worth a playthrough if the game looks at all interesting to you. Obama Maze is a 3D horror experience with the former United States President Barack Obama. He must navigate through his courses collecting all 7 of his Obamiums. Collect all 7 in order to leave his maze. If you've played games like Slenderman or Swamp Simulator, then you will be very familiar with how this game works. You will start in a randomly generated brick maze. You must navigate the never seen before generated maze and collect all 7 Obamiums, but watch out. You will be chased by none other than former United States President Barack Obama. This maze will not only generate Obamiums, but will also find traps. Traps can be used to slow down Obama so he cannot catch you. Once you collect all the Obamiums, you will hear the maze door opening and it is your job to locate the door and escape the maze. Garten of Banban is a game where you enter Banban's kindergarten and you're sure to make some friends. Explore the mysterious establishment and don't lose your life in sanity. Uncover the horrifying truth behind the place and be careful as you are far from alone. Banban's kindergarten was once the go-to kindergarten for any parent who needed their children to attend a reputable learning facility. This was the case until everybody within the place suddenly vanished on a seemingly normal day, and now you must explore the establishment to find out what happened. It is a game similar to something like Poppy's Playtime, and is surprisingly fun. Keep in mind that the first chapter is free, so you'll have to pay for chapters that release later on, just like other Poppy Playtime clones. Although the first chapter is definitely worth playing through. All the games on this list are free and totally worth checking out. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. Also consider subscribing if you enjoy our content. Make sure to check out our Discord server, website, and gaming podcast. And on our website we also have new clothing options. All links are in the description, and thanks for watching.